Hey guys, it's Grand Admiral Thrawn, and I'm back with another Star Wars Hunger Games. I've done a few on my channel, but the reason why I'm specifying another Star Wars one in particular is because I plan on doing several Star Wars themed Hunger Games. And since it's a Hunger Games, you know that means I'm going to be joined by my friend, the one and only.
Good ease positioning of sunlight, buddy. My name's BlueFang, and I have a swearing problem, so I really hope I don't swear this time.
Yeah, this is our second take for the Mandalorians Hunger Games. So we're going to go through the cast real quick. We're going to try and get into this as quick as we can. In District 1, we have the only repeat character I've had on this season so far. And that is Boba Fett. He didn't do the best in my clone Hunger Games, but maybe he can make up for it here. He is joined by his father, Jango Fett. In District 2, we have the Mandalorian, a.k.a. Din Djarin, a.k.a. Mando, which is what I'll be referring to him as.
And we also have his adopted son, Grogu, not known as Baby Yoda.
Yes. In District 3, we have Shea Vizsla and Bo-Katan Kryze. I grouped these two together because I figured that since they were friends in Clone Wars, it would make sense to put them in the same district.
They also both hold the Darksaber.
Yeah, speaking of that, whoever wins this Hunger Games will be declared the rightful ruler of the Darksaber. I thought that would be the perfect idea for it.
Nice.
Okay, District 4, we have Sabine Wren and Gar Saxon. He's kind of an adversary for her in Rebels, so I figured they would be a good pairing. In District 5, I have the Armorer and Shea Vizsla. They're always kind of seen together in the Mandalorian.
Was in District 3.
No, this is Shea Vizsla.
Yeah, you said Pre.
Oh. Well, they're grouped together because they're always kind of seen together in the Mandalorian. In District 6, I have Fenn Rau, a really underrated Mandalorian. Like, he's really good in Rebels. I know he doesn't do much, but when he does stuff, it's pretty cool. And Sabine's mother, Ursa Ren.
And then in District 7, there's Tiber Saxon and Tristen Ren.
Tiber, but close enough. He's Gar Saxon's brother and Sabine's brother, so it made sense to pair them together. District 8, we have Woves and Koska Reeves, two of Bo-Katan's friends who are usually seen together in The Mandalorian. Now, in District 9, I have a character who we never actually see what he really looks like, so I just used a photo of when we're told stories about him. Shea Vizsla, the original wielder of the Darksaber, the very first Jedi Mandalorian. And we have Satine kryze, the leader of the Mandalorians by the time of Clone Wars, and so I figured it'd be a good idea to pair them up together here. District 10, a character who I could not find the name for, but since he plays Skinny Pete in Breaking Bad, I'm just going to be referring to him as Skinny Pete. And Almec, a villain from Clone Wars who I just paired with Skinny Pete because I couldn't figure out anyone else to pair him with.
In District 11, we have Rook cast and the only character from the Old Republic, Shea Vizsla.
Shea, but close enough. Okay, in District 12, we have Ragnar, Shea Vizsla's son, and Korkie, someone who, for some reason, the entire Star Wars fandom has gotten it in their heads that he's Obi-Wan's son, even though he wasn't willing to break the code for Sabine. So now we're just taking it into play that he broke the code for Satine's other sister, who we've never seen before. So yeah, I don't really believe Korkie is Obi-Wan's son. I've heard the theories and everything, but I don't believe it. Anyway, now that we've gone through the roster, it's time for our picks. I will be taking Sabine and Mando because they're two of my favorite characters.
I'll be taking Jango Fett because as a kid he's the first Mandalorian I thought was cool, and then Satine because I like anyone connected to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay, so I make a Mandalorian's Hunger Games, and these are people that are basically the perfect people to ever be in a Hunger Games, and you pick a pacifist.
To be fair, Optimus Prime, Autobots episode.
He did do pretty good, actually. Okay, if I had a third pick, I'd probably do Bo-Katan, but anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let the Mandalorian's Hunger Games begin. This is the way. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds.
Satine runs away with a lighter and some rope. I'm already doing better than last time.
Yeah. Woves runs away from the cornucopia.
Bo-Katan and Koska Reeves fight for a bag. Koska Reeves gives up and retreats.
Grogu takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Okay, Grogu is either going to die immediately or he is going to be the MVP in this Hunger Games. I don't know why, but that's how this simulator works.
So things aren't going well for Thrawn already. Tar Vizsla and the Armorer fight Mando and Ragnar. Tar Vizsla and the Armorer survive.
Okay, so... Wait. One of my picks is already dead. Okay, Mando, who I was rooting for, is already dead. This literally happened in our last time we tried to film this, where Sabine was the first person to die. So I've already lost one of my 2 picks. This is even the second time I've done this in one of my videos. Okay, so I still have Sabine at least.
I just want to point out, and this is going to make it so much worse, due to the way the simulator looks, Mando's going to get dead last.
Well, that's just great.
Despite being tied with Ragnar.
Okay, so Mando apparently, this is really unrealistic, but Mando would be the first person to die in a Hunger Games, according to this. I kind of want to throw your computer against the wall, I'm not going to lie.
Please don't, it costs me a bunch of money.
Alright, Korkie runs away from the cornucopia.
Ursa Ren runs away from the cornucopia.
Vizsla runs away from the cornucopia.
I can't see the name.
Oh.
Saxon also runs away from the cornucopia.
Even though they both have jetpacks, they're deciding to run away. Boba Fett runs away from the cornucopia, even though he has a jetpack and could fly away.
Are they out of missiles? Are they out of fuel? Tiber Saxon snatches a pair of sais. You see, he's being smart. He's grabbing a weapon.
Yeah. Weapons are part of their religion. Fenn Rau receives a trident from inside the cornucopia.
Tristen Ren finds a backpack full of camping equipment.
Jango Fett grabs a shield leaning against the cornucopia. You're already doing better than me because both of your picks are still alive.
Yeah. Shea Vizsla grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia.
Sabine runs away from the cornucopia, even though she could fly away with her jetpack. But I'm not mad. At least one of my picks is still alive.
Yeah. Paz Vizsla stays at the cornucopia for resources, taking advantage that everyone else is being a coward.
Rook Cast runs away from the cornucopia.
My point is being proven even more with Almec running away.
Well, at least he doesn't have a jetpack, so we can't say it.
He's the only one logical to be running on the ground.
Yeah, and he's an old man. Anyway, and the last one here. Skinny Pete grabs a shield leaning against the cornucopia. Day 1.
Fenn Rau overhears Ursa Ren and the Armorer talking in the distance.
Uh-oh. Boba Fett begs for Paz Vizsla to kill him. He refuses, keeping Boba Fett alive.
Rook Cast defeats Grogu in a fight but spares his life.
He's adorable. I don't think anyone would actually do it.
No one could kill a baby.
Yeah. Okay. Korkie kills Koska Reeves as she tries to run. Okay, we have our third cannon shot here.
Yep. Tristen Ren stalks Saxon.
Jango Fett and Shea Vizsla work together for the day.
Yay. Skinny Pete, Tiber Saxon, and Sabine get into a fight. Skinny Pete triumphantly kills them both.
Does Hunger Games Simulator hate me?
Yes.
Because seriously, Mando and Sabine already.
Yes, it does. It does. As someone who's done
both of my picks are already gone. Read the next one. I don't have it in me.
Okay. Almec is making a slingshot.
Tar Vizsla and Satine kryze work together for the day.
I feel so bad. Vizsla is pricked by thorns while picking berries.
Axe Woves explores the arena.
Bo-Katan discovers the cave. You know what? I'm implementing the third-person clause. If your characters die early, you get to pick a third person to root for.
I'm okay, well, I guess Bo-Katan then, but I don't think... This game hates me.
Yeah, it's going to be a half point.
5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Mando, Ragnar, Koska Reeves, Tiber Saxon, and Sabine.
I just want to point out, a little under a quarter of the cast is dead by the first time we got to the Fallen Tributes.
Well, this would be a bloody Hunger Games. Let's see everyone's status real quick. Okay, so the top column is actually kind of... Well, apart from Mando, completely intact, and nobody has a kill.
Same thing with the middle. Same thing with the second column.
Yeah. So District 2, 4, 12,
7 and 8.
7 and 8 each have lost one member, but no district is completely out of play. Although I am down both of my picks.
We go from 24 survivors to 19.
And let's see here. Korkie has a kill. Ooh, Skinny Pete has the most kill. Oh, no, wait, no. He's
Skinny
tied
Pete
with
and
the
the
armorer.
And Tar Vizsla.
Yeah, and Tar Vizsla. All
Half
right.
a point if Bo-Katan wins for Thrawn.
Thanks. Go back to the Fallen Tributes now.
Yep. Proceed.
The armorer forces Axe Woves to kill Ursa Ren or Korkie. He decides to kill Ursa Ren.
Kill the theory bait!
Okay, so now Sabine and her mother are dead.
Satine and Pre Vizsla tell stories about themselves to each other.
These two hate each other. Okay.
That's why they're telling stories. They
Yeah.
need to hate each other more.
Boba Fett thinks about winning.
Gar
Good
Sax-
luck, buddy, is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, no need to mention Return of the Jedi. Gar Saxon tries to treat his infection.
Grogu climbs a tree to rest.
Tar Vizsla is awoken by nightmares.
Rook Cass tries to treat her infection.
Shea Vizsla attempts to start fire, but is unsuccessful.
Jango Fett thinks about winning.
Tristen Ren loses sight of where he is.
Skinny Pete receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor.
Bo-Katan
Yeah.
convinces Paz Vizsla to snuggle with her.
Almec sets up camp for the night.
And Fenn Rau tends to his wounds.
Okay. Day 2 of the Hunger Games. Skinny Pete, Korkie, Pre Vizsla, and Grogu raid Paz Vizsla's camp while he is hunting.
Gar Saxon sets an explosive off, killing Jango Fett and Axe Woves.
You're down a pick already.
Alright, I need my pacifist to win.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Alright. Fenn Rau dies trying to escape the arena. Why would you do that?
Bo-Katan, Satine, kryze, Shea Vizsla, and Rook Cast raid Tristen Ren's camp while he is hunting.
Okay. Boba Fett kills Tar Vizsla as he tries to run. Boba Fett has killed the only Mandalorian Jedi, except probably Grogu.
Wow. The armorer sprains her ankle running away from Almec.
Proceed. Okay, we have 5 more cannon shots. Ursa Ren, Jango Fett, Axe Woves, and Fenn Rau, along with Tar Vizsla, have all died. We've got to check out everyone's status this time.
Yeah.
Okay, so District 1, Boba has a kill. District 2 is missing a player, but okay. District 3 is completely intact.
Districts 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 12 all are injured, with 8 being completely done and out, along with 6.
Okay. Boba has a kill. Gar Saxon has 2 kills. The Armorer has 2.
Skinny Pete has 2.
Yeah, Skinny Pete has 2, and Korkie has a kill. This is a very violent Hunger Games.
We go from 19 survivors to 14 survivors.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a long one.
It's been in multiple of 5s every time.
Yeah. The Armorer receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor.
Gar Saxon stays awake all night.
Satine kryze tries to treat her infection.
Yeah, baby, let's go. Tristen Ren questions his sanity.
Skinny Pete receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor.
Paz Vizsla lets Boba Fett into his shelter.
Rook Cast looks at the night sky.
Korkie climbs a tree to rest.
Shea Vizsla defeats Almec in a fight but spares his life.
Grogu thinks about home.
Pre Vizsla and Bo-Katan hold hands. Alright.
Shea Vizsla receives an explosive
Day 3.
from an unknown sponsor.
Okay. Skinny Pete thinks about home.
Satine practices her archery.
The pacifist is taking the gloves off. Okay, Almec constructs a shack.
Paz Vizsla severely slices Pre Vizsla with a sword.
Jon Favreau is killing himself.
With the same sword he used from himself!
Yep.
It's Fight Club all over again!
The Armorer sprains her ankle while running away from Boba Fett.
Grogu, Gar Saxon, Tristen Ren, and Bo-Katan hunt for their tributes.
Korkie discovers a cave.
And Rook Cast explores the arena.
One cannon shot can be heard in the distance, and it's Pre Vizsla. We're going to look at everyone's stats real quick. Okay,
Districts 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 12 all are lost members.
Okay, so 10, 11, and 5 appear to be the only districts that are uninjured.
Yeah. And we go from 14 survivors to 13.
Alrighty. Back to tributes. Bo-Katan catches Gar Saxon off guard and kills him. Okay, Gar Saxon is down.
Rook Cass dies from thirst.
Korkie tries to sing himself to sleep.
Paz Vizsla begs for Skinny Pete to kill him. He refuses, keeping Paz Vizsla alive.
Tristen Ren receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor.
The most lore-accurate thing ever. Satine cries herself to sleep.
Yeah. Almec, Boba Fett, and the Armorer get into a fight. The Armorer triumphantly kills them both. I would see that happening. She is very powerful, and I would just like to point out, this means that Boba Fett has failed both of his 2 appearances in my Hunger Games season.
Making him tonight's biggest loser.
Yep.
Shea Vizsla kills Grogu with his own weapon.
How could she kill a baby?
I mean, he is 50 years old.
The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from tributes' families.
Satine stuffs a bundle of dry clothing into her backpack before sprinting away.
Shea Vizsla pushes the Armorer off a cliff during a knife fight. Okay, the Armorer is down.
Tristen Ren decides not to go to the feast.
Korkie and Skinny Pete work together to drown Paz Vizsla.
Bo-Katan gathers as much food into a bag as she can before fleeing.
Alrighty, proceed. We are now at day 4 of the Hunger Games. Korkie, Tristen Ren, and Bo-Katan hunt for other tributes.
Before I move on, I'd like to say we have a quarter of the cast left.
Oh my gosh, we do.
Skinny Pete receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor.
Shea Vizsla bleeds out due to untreated injuries. We are down to the top 5 already.
Come on, Satine! Use that slingshot, even though you clearly have a bow and arrow if you're practicing your archery skills.
Okay, we have now lost 8 more cannon shots go off in the distance as Gar Saxon, Rook cast, Almec, Boba Fett, Grogu, the Armorer, and Paz Vizsla, along with Shea Vizsla, I keep forgetting there's one more person, have all died. Alright, let's see everyone's stats.
Districts 1, 2, 3, 4...
No, 3 is still intact.
Yeah, but I'm just talking...
Oh.
There is no district that isn't injured.
Okay,
districts 12, 7, 9, and 3 are the only ones that have players remaining.
Just a quick recap. The only 5 players left here now are Bo-Katan, Tristen Ren, Satine Kryze, Skinny Pete, and Korkie. And somehow Skinny Pete has the most kills. Meanwhile, districts 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 11 are all out of place now.
I want to point out that Satine is still being a pacifist this late in.
So is Tristen somehow.
More accurate Satine.
Mm-hmm. All right, back to the fallen tributes. And let's proceed. Night 4. Skinny Pete tries to sing himself to sleep.
Korkie spears Bo-Katan in the abdomen.
Okay, so I don't even get a half point here.
At least Bo-Katan got a respectable score in the top 5.
She did. Unlike Mando and Sabine.
Yeah.
You're up. Oh, no, wait, that's me. Tristen falls into a frozen lake and drowns. We are down to the top 3.
And Satine is still a pacifist thinking about home. Let's go. I'll take it even if I don't win.
Alrighty. Day 5. Skinny Pete travels to higher ground.
Satine.
He's got the high ground.
No, it's not worth it, Anakin. As Satine tries to spear a fish with a trident on the low ground.
Korkie tries to spear a fish with a trident as well. A cloud of poisonous smoke starts to fill the arena.
Satine and Skinny Pete run into the cloud together. Korkie won?
4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance, which means, ladies and gentlemen, Korkie won my Hunger Games of Mandalorians. He must be a Kenobi. That's got to be the only reason he won this.
Yeah, the force powers go crazy.
Okay, so
Korkie
the
Kenobi
winner
for the win.
of this Hunger Games is Korkie.
Wow. Okay,
let's proceed here. Which means, to sum it up, in 24th, we have Mando, a.k.a. Din Djarin.
In 23rd, we have Ragnar.
22nd, from District 8, Koska Reeves.
And 21st, Tiber Saxon.
In 20th, Sabine Wren, who should have done better.
In 19th, Ursa Ren.
In 18th, Jango Fett.
In 17th, with 1 kill, Axe Woves.
In 16th, Fenn Rau.
In 16th, with 2 kills to his name, the original.
15th. I just did 16th.
Yeah. In 15th, with 2 kills to his name, the first of 2 Mandalorian Jedi.
3, actually. Sabine became 1. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Tar Vizsla.
In 14th, Vizsla.
In 13th, with 2 kills to his name, Gar Saxon.
In 12th, Rook Cast.
In 11th, Almec.
In 10th, the ultimate loser of my Hunger Games series, Boba Fett with 1 kill.
In 9th, Grogu.
In 8th, the Armorer with 4 kills. I think she might actually have the most kills here.
She does.
Wow.
In 7th, with 1 kill, Vizsla.
In 6th place, Shea Vizsla with 2 kills, one of which was a baby.
In 5th place, with 1 kill, Katan.
In 4th place, Tristen Ren.
In 3rd place, this game's farthest going pacifist, very fitting, Satine.
In 2nd place, Skinny Pete with 3 kills.
And the winner with 3 kills to his name, proving all the fan theories right, is Korkie Kenobi. He's not actually, we're just making a joke with that. Anyways.
So, to sum it up real quick, here's the district placements. In 12th place, District 8.
In 11th, District 6.
In 10th, District 4.
In 9th, 1.
In 8th, 2.
In 7th, 5.
6, 11.
In 5th, 3.
4, 7.
In 3rd, 9.
2nd, 10.
And the winner, being accurate to the movies, is District 12.
Along with TV shows.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's going to do it for my Mandalorians Hunger Game. I was not expecting this, to say the least.
I totally thought Grogu was going to pull out a victory because he force-lifted everyone to the arena.
I was not expecting both times that we tried to film this, my picks came in dead last.
Did not escape the bottom row.
Yeah. Hunger Games Simulator hates me, and this is Grand Admiral Thrawn and
BlueFang
signing off. We're going to have more Hunger Games to come on my channel, but for right now, we're signing off because this is the way.